This episode is brought to you by Only the Real Entertainment and Media Den Productions. I got my boy Cam in the building. What's happening? How you feeling? How you doing? That what you saying?
I'm straight. I can't complain at all. How are you?
I'm vibing, bro. As you can tell, we getting geared up with Mother's Day. Later, all the women listening to the pod. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, bro, I've been good, man. Just maintaining, taking it easy. Yeah.
Good stuff.
I feel great.
Yeah, man. We're recording this on a Saturday. It's been a very busy weekend. But we still have NBA playoffs going on right now. At this moment, we have Cleveland and Boston playing, and we'll get to that matchup soon. But let's cover all the matchups. We're not even gonna waste any time. Let's jump straight into the West, right? So we have Denver at Minnesota. Denver and Minnesota had their game 3 the other day. And Denver took care of business. What did you see that changed in game 3? And before you even give that, I'll just read the box score of that game because I think that is pretty significant when you look at that as well. So
especially on
Denver
Denver
won.
Very
facts,
telling on Denver
facts.
size.
Denver won 117-90. They shot 43%, 53%, close to 54% from the field, 48% from 3, 85% from the free throw line. And then Minnesota had shot 30% from 3, 72% from the free throw line, 43.7% from the field. Ant had 19, 6 and 5. He went 8 for 15 from the field, 3 for 8 from the 3. Along with Cat went 14 and 5.
Not enough.
4 for 7 from the field, 4 for 5 from 3. And then Jokic went 24 and 14 and 9. So he almost had he was 1 assist short of a triple double, 3 steals and 3 blocks. That's
very significant.
That's good. Especially for Jokic. And he went 10 for 18 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3. And Jamal Murray woke up a little bit. 24, 4 and 5, 11 for 21 from the field,
right.
2 and 5 from the 3. I mean, he woke up a little bit. What did you see that changed in that series to get Denver the dub?
First things first, they let the 6'10" shooter, the reincarnation of Peja Stojakovic, go 4 for 5 from 3. That was very telling. You let MPJ go 4 for 5 from 3, you're in trouble. Because that opens things up, and you have to run him off this things up for Murray and Yoke and those other guys. The starting 5 did what they were supposed to do. Of course, their bench is a lot to be desired, but when everybody is in double digits, including 3 starters with 20 plus, you're not winning that game. I'm looking at the rebound count. There was Minnesota that had double digits. They had 2 people with 6 rebounds, which is actually their backcourt. Their front court did a terrible job rebounding the basketball, and you can't rebound the basketball if you're not getting stops, right? So it's a double-edged sword. I think Ant started out very flat. You putting up 19 points, even though you shot pretty efficient, isn't enough. And Cat, you shooting 7 shots in the midst of a game is absolutely not enough. You're letting Mike Conley have more shot attempts than you, and that's unacceptable. And I know, just from what I've seen, I know he's probably had conversations with Cat like, hey, bro, I need you. You know what I mean? So I think they put it back together in the next game. And it's going to be an interesting series. I chose Wolves in 6, and I'm probably sticking to that. So, yeah, that's pretty much my synopsis for that game.
Right. I mean, a glaring difference, and I mean, this is something that Denver do a lot. They get a lot of O boards. Beat Minnesota only by 3 offensive boards, but those 3 offensive boards, they're really effective when you're playing against Denver. Take it from a Laker fan like myself.
Right.
So, they had 8 offensive boards to to Minnesota's 5. 32 defensive boards to Minnesota's 27. And off of turnovers, because with the turnovers, and I'm looking for the turnovers, Minnesota had 14 turnovers, gave up 17 points to those turnovers. So it was a lot of breakdowns in Minnesota's game.
Right.
So that's pretty interesting that Denver bounced back. I mean, what do you think are the adjustments that are needed for Game 4 for both teams?
Well, if you're Denver, you definitely want to keep up the same thing. I'll say early. He opens a lot of their offense early, especially for guys like AG and KCP. So I would feature him early. I try to get Jamal Murray on more pick and rolls and have him give up the ball early. They're attacking him full court when he has the basketball. Give it up early. You have a playmaker, a capable playmaker in Aaron Gordon, and you have probably the best big man passer of all time in Yoke. Have them come up and get the ball to reserve some energy because they're going to need them. That's what I would do if I'm Mike Malone. If I'm Minnesota, feature Cat and Ant-Man very early in pick and roll, pick and pop situations. And got 15 attempts up, which is I mean, sufficient enough, but there's no way, no how that Cat gets 7 shots. He has to get more attempts. He opens up their offense with his 3-point shooting. What I would do if I'm Minnesota, more of the same defensive intensity by McDaniels and Alexander Walker off the bench. And I think they'll put it together in Game 5. Game 4. Game 5, I think Denver walks them, and I think Game 6.
Say less. OKC and Dallas. Dallas makes the series 2-1. What a game. Kyrie been going stupid. But before we even get into Kyrie, in your opinion, what makes Dallas so good?
I hate to bring him up again, but outside of Kyrie, I don't know if you've been watching, but the effort that Luka has been given on the defensive end has been amazing to watch, especially when the premise around him is that he's a net negative defensively, and you're never going to win if your number one guy is a net negative defensively. You've seen it by NBA history, unless you have astute team defense like Golden State back in their heyday. He's been trying defensively. He's been boarding up. He had 15 boards, Game 3. And that throws a little bit of a stymie into OKC's offense, right? This who you're supposed to be able to run whoever offense on, and I've seen him be successful a little bit, but this is definitely not the same Luka defensively that I've seen in the regular season and previous postseason. The bigs have been doing work. PJ Washington is who been. Mm-hmm. And the bigs, right? Derek Lively's of the worlds, your Daniel Gaffords, those aerial threats, they've been doing what they've been doing. That's what I've been seeing from Dallas and outside of Kyrie's leadership on both sides of the basketball.
Yeah. Kyrie's leadership has been very overt, especially in these moments. And I mean, you can't forget that Luka injured his knee in Game 3 against the Clippers, so he's been literally been limping around every game since.
Right.
So the fact that he's been digging deep, no diddy, to defend, because he really, it just seems as though he doesn't have the same explosive. I wouldn't say explosive is very subjective with Luka, but I mean acceleration. That's
is better.
That's
the proper word. Yeah.
He doesn't have. Yeah, he doesn't have the same acceleration because of that knee. So it's amazing to see Kyrie just take over. If Dallas wins it all, right? Kyrie Finals MVP because of the backpack that he has.
That's tough.
Because I mean, it is Luka's team. We can keep it G.
All right, you want me to speak? There's no way, no how Kyrie Irving is winning Finals MVP. No way, no how. You know why? That is the face of the league that you're talking about. They're not letting him walk away without a Finals MVP. A Steph Curry situation in 2015. It's happening. It's happening. Even today, if you watch the game and you watch the timely shots that Kyrie hit, if you watch Kyrie's defense during these 3 games, even during the loss, it's been amazing. But if you pull up the what do you media guys are going to do? Luka had 22, 15, 5, 2 steals, right? And then Kyrie basically had the same thing. He had 22, 5, and 7 with a steal and a block. You're going to look at the box score and not the game, and you're going to say, Luka had 15 boards. Let's give it to him. Not taking it in defense, not taking into account that he hit a clutch shot. They're going to look at the box score. They're going to see that he's number 3 in the MVP for the regular season, and he's potentially the face of the league. They're going to give him that Finals MVP.
Isn't that annoying?
100%. Me, you, and Quest be talking. Quest be talking about it. You've opened up because I'm an X and O's guy. I just like in between the line hoops, but basketball is way more than what you see on a basketball court between putting a ball through a hoop. It's not that. We know what it is.
Yeah.
What can we do?
OKC is the number 1 seed, right? And they've been holding their own against teams so far. They swept the Pelicans, and then now they're up against the Mavs right now. And they've been doing very well, especially in the scoring department. Right. Despite them being the youngest team to get this far, and despite their progression as a team and as a franchise, really. Mm-hmm. What improvements do you see OKC doing to their roster to get over the hump and possibly even win a championship for that franchise?
I think you gotta let go of Giddey. He what he does is tooled for the regular season, which is fine. But when you get to the playoffs, he's a ball mover, but he's also any jump shots whatsoever. Which is almost kind of like a Ben Simmons situations. He went 1 for 4 today. At least he's trying to take the attempts, but he essentially was played off the floor. He only, had 13 minutes. I don't know if he got hurt or what exactly happened. But I would let go of Giddey. I would look to get somebody who can shoot the basketball at the 2-guard position, keep Shea at the 1. You already have a top 5, top 10 small forward, I should say, and Williams. You have the big of the future in Chet. You're going to be able to get bench guys with your salary cap. I just think that's the lingering hole for me if I'm the OKC front office.
Got you. Let's move over to the East. The Knicks in Indiana.
Ooh, hell of a series.
Man, that series. Woo.
Dog fight.
Woo. Let me ask you straight up. Does Indy have a chance to take this?
Not a chance in hell. Yo, you asked me the question. You getting hey, you getting not a chance.
Why don't they have a chance, though? Why they don't have a chance?
The Knicks have everything that you would want in a playoff team. They have Josh Hart, who's a dog, who's going to grab every rebound and play for you. They have DiVincenzo, who knows how to play and shoot the basketball and score. They have Jalen Brunson, who's a top 5 MVP candidate. They have Hardstein, who's going to get boards. They have McBride. They have Sims. They have Bergs. Yeah. With all due respect to Indiana, some of these guys have been in these situations in terms of the Knicks. I just think the Knicks have more dogs. If you want me to ask and give a pure question without getting too much into detail, I just think the Knicks have more dogs. I just think they're better coached as far as Thibodeau goes. Indy is too young. They do have championship experience with Siakam, right? But I still don't think that's enough. I got Knicks in 6.
Woo. How far does the Knicks go after that series? If you got them in 6, how far do they go? Do they get past Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, going to the finals, or does the Bucks stop at the Eastern Conference Finals?
You know how I feel. There is not a soul that is beating the Boston Celtics that is on the Eastern Conference team. With all due respect, it's just different with those guys over there. I think in true stacked, I think gonna lose in the finals, and that's just that. I got Celtics in 6, potentially 7, if they go against the Knicks. When they go against the Knicks, my bad.
So then, with the Knicks, if you got the Knicks losing in the Eastern Conference Finals, do you think that they're fool's gold? Do you agree with Draymond? Because Draymond went on his podcast and said that the Knicks are comparably like the Hawks in 2016. I mean, not in 2016, 2021.
Yeah.
And when they made the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Blazers in 2016 when they eventually got swept by the Warriors. Mm-hmm. They think that they're a fluke.
Yeah.
He said that's what they're setting up for, and it'll probably be another 15 years of misery.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be laughing at the Knicks again.
Yeah.
You think he was right?
Cap, big Cap, Captain America, Kaepernick, Capcom. Stop it. First off, the Knicks, first line of business, what you guys are going to do, and you guys need to listen to me. You get rid of Randall like you drop him like a bad habit. He's got to go. Clearly, what you're doing right now is getting the ball moving, featured, and it's working because you're in the Eastern Conference Finals pretty much, right? You have Jalen Brunson. He is not going anywhere anytime soon. He already has the camaraderie with the Josh Hart and DiVincenzo in winning championships in college. You have Tom Thibodeau, which always has been a solid coach wherever he is win. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. Everybody in the East needs to be careful because they are still the Knicks. They still have stars that are sitting courtside. This is still MSG, so they can get a star when it comes down to it. You do that with that dog that's running point guard and Jalen Brunson, and that coach that is Tom Thibodeau, who will have his players ready. It is not the 2021 Hawks by any stretch of the imagination. This is not a Damian Lillard with the overachieving C.J. McCollum. No. This is not any of that. The East, number 1. Number 2, this is a few guys that's been there already. You know what I mean? So I disagree wholeheartedly. I think the Knicks are here to stay. Their window is going to last approximately 4 to 6 years. So you got to be mindful of them, for sure.
Say less. Boston and Cleveland game ended. Yep. Of course, Boston went ahead and spanked that ass 106 to 93. How does this series end for you?
In 5. I was very shocked that Cleveland got a win the other night. Anomaly. They have 0 shot. Even worse shot of a shot than Indy, to me.
That was pretty direct. Let's get into real talk because this is I think this is a really great segue into what I want to talk about with real talk.
All right, let's do it.
So, Donovan Mitchell had 30 points in 3 quarters in that game. Mm-hmm. And they were still down by double digits for the most part in the game. I mean, they tried to fight in the first half, but for the most part, it just slid.
Yeah.
If you're a GM for the Heat, no, actually, let's not even say that. Let's just say this. First off, before I even ask you the GM thing, who are 3 players that you would like to target in the offseason? 3 free agent players in the offseason that you would like to target that fits the Heat's needs.
I want to see wear a Heat jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's on the spot there. So, I want you. You see me on the timeline. I want Donovan Mitchell for sure. So that's number 1.
And even if they are free agents, by the way, even if it's through trade.
I don't know about you, and this may be a stretch. I don't think KD's happy in Phoenix. I just don't. I don't think he's happy in Phoenix. I would attempt to try to get him. And number 3. That's a good one. I'll try to get Miles Turner. It's not a star. He's a stretch 5 that can protect the rim. I'll try to get Miles Turner. That's probably be my 3 guys that I'll aim for. And clearly, it'll be less of an asking than those other 2 guys. I think you get a stretch 5 who's played in big moments, who can protect the rim. You pair him next to Bam, and you put Bam at his actual position, which is a 4-man. Jimmy Butler's contract is up in Kahoo. I don't know doing with that. Terry Rozier will definitely still be there, and I'm hopeful that Tyler will be wearing a new jersey. So that's what I would do if I'm, those 3 guys is what I would look for. Hopefully landing 2. Hopefully landing 2. Wishful thinking, I know, but hopefully I will want to land 2.
What's your pitch if you're a GM and you're sitting with one of these guys, any 3 of these guys, especially for a free agent, like, let's just say
Paul George?
Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, let's just say all 3 of them was a free agent. What would be your pitch as the GM? You are Rill O'Reilly.
Rill O'Reilly. Pat Rilla, you know what I'm saying? So, if you can't name nobody else that's been to the big stage twice in this entire 2020s, we need you to get us over the hump. KD, you got 2 rings. You've been here before. Miles, you're playing next to Bam, who's also an elite rim protector, so we're going to be asking a little less of you on the defensive end, but a lot more of you offensively. And from Donovan, this is heat culture. Everybody here comes to work. I feel like in Utah, you have felt like some people weren't putting in the work, or there weren't proper personnel, or you didn't get along with certain guys. Everybody is here, and you can tell by what we've done recently. You don't even have to go as far as LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. This is recent. We need a guy to take us over the hump. We need multiple guys to take us over the hump. And I believe that you guys are it. That's what we need. We need a certified bucket getter. We need a floor spacer at the 5. And when it comes crunch time, I need to throw somebody the ball who's going to be willing to score the basketball by any stretch of the imagination. Ed and you guys are it. Let's roll.
No, there's no pictures about anything outside of basketball?
I'm just thinking, but hey, 183rd, the vibes of
Hey, you listen, you Rill O'Reilly. You supposed to be pitching them whatever, like.
Hey, them state taxes. You be paying them. Yeah. You be paying wherever you go. Guess what? You in Florida. You in Miami. You in Miami. Yeah, you can take your little drop top, or you might have a convertible. Take you down Collins. If you got a little job, it's a lot of different hotels. You know what I'm saying? You can come over to Miami Gardens. You're gonna be protected. You're a Heat player. We're gonna treat you well. We got Tootsies. We got G5. Got the premium. Yeah. We got the premium, nicest hotels because we know you guys like coming here. You'll be all right. And I'm gonna say it again: no state tax, and banners, multiple. What's up?
That's state tax, boy. I'm telling you, boy.
We don't feel it. We're working class citizens. To these millionaires? I don't know, Pat. That's some M's right there that I'm saving.
That's hella M's.
What you say about these banners again? What you said about Miami Gardens in the strip clubs? What you say about the beaches? Yeah. Let me get right. There you go. We got everything you need down here. And out of all the things that I'm talking, everybody comes here to work. When you go to work, people are work oriented. When you were at previous stations, you've had to set the tone. You don't need to worry about that. From the moment you walk in the door, my guy Spo is gonna work you. Don't matter. Or the 15th, you are coming here to work. We have a culture. You want to be in the specific body fat. You know where we're going to put you at offensively so that you can be the best version of yourself. And you're going to have a clear consensus of what we're doing because we have the best coach in the league. What's up?
Man, and thinking about KD trimming down body fat if he needs to is going to be, that sounds wild since he already is the Slim Reaper, but whatever. Anyway, we'll cut it short there. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe where you hear and or see the pod, and follow us on social media at @MediaDen_, at YoungRilla, at RealHoops_, and we'll talk more hoops next week. Peace.